Alright everybody, we are here today checking out a little banger by the name of Noble Fates. Now, as I understand, this right here is heavily inspired by Rimworld, which, you know, it's a game you could probably say I have some familiarity with. And apparently it takes that inspiration and it also kind of mixes it in with the political intrigue and clashing of power of a Game of Thrones. I guess what we're going to be doing here is establishing a king early on, a king with no kingdom. But it is going to be our job to grow that kingdom and eventually take over Westeros, I guess. In a far, far away land, mortals vie for control over a physical plane of existence. A collection of gods govern this plane, striving for balance and sharing their power with those they deem worthy. Denizens of other planes stick their hands and claws in for anything from pleasure to power, support to domination. You are a Contra, a demigod with the power to influence and control mortals. Though still a novice, you seek to earn lasting recognition through the creation of the mightiest of all kingdoms. You haven't had much luck so far. Marky, why did you leave the Crumb Raiders? I bolted because Princess Budge prefers cooked breacher. Princess Budge, huh? Could have been Princess Bulge too, you know what I'm saying? As a Contra, you get to choose who will lead your new kingdom. You have a special connection with your ruler, including the ability to control them directly. Choose wisely. Those with strong negative feelings towards your new ruler will not join your kingdom. There's a bit of a god game mechanic to this as well, if I'm correct. But don't worry too much, or at least demigod aspect of the game would be more ideal. Mortals are replaceable. Indeed they are. So let's see here. We got Ram. Ram is alignment neutral, gender male. He's a good logger, very good logger. Good at crafting, good at building. Weaknesses, you see him right there. What happens if I was to choose Ram as our king? Who would like this? Snuggy would not follow us apparently. Alright, Marky, what have we made you? Snuggy wouldn't like it. So Snuggy seems to be the problem child so far, huh? Snuggy, you better have some good attributes to you, because right now, I'm gonna probably make one of these people the king if you're gonna be... Snuggy, you won't follow anybody but yourself, apparently. Had a little bit of fist pump there. Henceforth, call me Dictator Ram. I love this guy already. I think we made the right choice. I'm out of here and I'm taking my share of the supplies with me. 1 second, Snuggy.
Okay. Do it. Do it.
Get him. I mean, it's called high treason. It's called high treason, my friend. And you decided to choose it for yourself. All you had to do was accept, but no, you had an issue with everybody. So let's really quickly start off here by dropping a little pause, taking a look at what's around our area. Alright. I want trees, I want stones, I want berry bushes, I want to kill some critters. This seems like a good little spot for us. A little nice little clearing to set up a little house, I would say, right? Yeah. This over here doesn't look too bad as well, but we got water here, so we could probably fish as well, so I like it. I love it, I want some more of it. Let's do some building, let's do some structure stuff, let's do some floors. Let's do some woody wood. We don't got any wood right now, that's fine. We will eventually make some. Let's see about, something like, this. Just enough room for us to feel comfortable. Don't worry, we'll set those, things. As a matter of fact, we could go ahead and highlight these bad boys. Okay, that's probably too many. That's kind of fine. We could also click like so. And what I want to do is we're going to cut down some trees, right? But obviously these right here, they're already fallen. So it's a lot easier for us to collect the ones that are fallen already. So we'll do that and that right there too. Very good. And we'll set these for gathering. Now we have. Let's unpause. And these boys should at some point start moving themselves over here. Let's go to 2 times speed. Okay, so meanwhile they're collecting the basics. We also are going to need a stockpile area for them to start moving all the stuff. Remember, we just killed that man. We also had a couple of supplies. We want this to be near to our little base here. So let's do a supply add, and we'll do our supplies, at least for now, through here. Sure. And we'll make the supply for, honestly, let's start off with anything. Anything and everything is fine. I consider you just clicked allow all, huh? Yeah. You know, I said I played this for like, 50 minutes, right? So cut me some slack, right? We'll get to it eventually. We'll get to the good stuff, believe me. I just gotta, get my feet wet first. Become the monarch that well, technically not me, but make Ram the monarch he should be. Ash, it seems you're just dancing back and forth. What are you doing, my friend? He loves Dictator Ram, good. Oh, he's moving stuff. Yeah, he's working. He works hard for the money. You know who doesn't work hard for the money or anything at all? Snuggy, because he's been, assassinated for deciding to, high treason against the king. The king with no kingdom? Yeah, he brought it on himself, I would say. Let's go to structures. Let's make some walls here as well. We're not going to get too fancy just yet. Right now, let's just stick to the basics, right? Nothing fancy, just basics. I think they will make some windows along the way, though, which is very nice. You do want to have some windows, get some ventilation in there. These guys will probably be ripping farts left and right, so, you never know. You want to make sure there's a couple of ventilation there so we're not, just stinking up the joint. If I wanted to put my door in the center, could I make that happen? As a matter of fact, I want to do that now just because, little OCD about stuff here. No, oh no, you can't, Falcon, because you've done at least 8 going down this way, so there's no 9 spot for you to be in the middle. Oh, that's a problem. Oh, it's a big problem, alright. Well, let's make it one of those houses that has a door aligned to one side, more so than the other. So, not the corner seems very tacky. I would say, like, right there. That's good. That works for me. Now, you guys are free to continue at it again. I just needed to... My small brain needed to digest the information I was feeding it right now, and that was it. Trying to figure out where the door should go. Perfect. That's gonna be done. We're also needing a couple of sleeping spots for my boys, so let's start off with nothing but straw beds. I mean, hey, it is what it is, right? And we'll do... Let's have the peons here sleep together. Have the mighty King Ram by himself. Over here. Already with the wooden area. We gotta separate, monarch to peons, For now, you live together, but not very long. Eventually, I'll be on the top of a tower somewhere being guarded by, guards. You guys will just be, somewhere in the lower dock area working, slaving away. Doesn't matter if you were the first ones to follow me, Marky and Ash. You have a very terrible future ahead of you. Let me just tell you. Okay, that said, let's see. Let's set you up for gathering as well. We can start thinking about, let's see, what do we got here? We got a dough. We have a boar. The boars, I found out very quickly they'll kick your ass early on. Don't mess with those does, man. They don't mess around at all. So we're gonna the boars. The doe, I think we should hopefully. If we get our ass kicked by a doe, then it feels like a situation where we should never ever even decide to even think about having a kingdom. Let's collect some of those stones right there while we're at it. Let's get a little bit of berry bushes here as well. Just to kind of sustain us early on. I think that's fine. Okay. Do we kill now, Falcon? Well, I mean, we got some raw imp food here, or meat. I mean, we're not... I guess we don't discriminate against the type of meat that we eat. As a matter of fact, I do believe, that I could also butcher Snuggy. But, in order to do such a thing, we need to set up a butcher table first. We also want to get our workshop table happening here as well, so let's do some farming as well. Now, let's build first. Build first, and then we'll think about it. So we should have enough meals to kind of sustain us early on. Okay, so I said I wanted work, benches, and crafting. Now, where do we want to craft that? Well, let's just make it, somewhere around here, I would say. As a matter of fact, up against their little house right there. Have a waterwork against. That's fine. Okay, now these individuals here will level up. They're going to get some skill upgrades as you progress further and further. We're going to have people visiting us. We're going to have people raiding us, etc., etc. As I've mentioned, it's very much inspired by Rimworld. Let's see. Ram, cutting dense grass. Marky is building wooden floors. And Ash is gathering stone. Very good. So everybody's doing something. Let's go over to 4 times speed now. I want to get some of this collecting happening a bit quicker, and then once we have that established, we could... I want to go and assassinate that doe as soon as possible. I need revenge for what happened to me early on, off camera. As long as it's not revenge against the boar. I'm going to take revenge on the doe in the name of the boar. So, the doe will suffer for the boar, not because of its own merit. Ash is leveled up, very good. Let's select these... No, not petal flowers. I want these trees. I want those trees fallen. Can we do something? Let's make the beds a priority, just because even if the walls aren't set up just yet, I want you guys to be able to like go and sleep on something as opposed to just falling, passing out on the floor out here. The ground, dirty, you know, stuff like that. There you go. That's what I want to see. Thank you. That's for you guys. You know, it's your benefit. Ram, don't just stare at it. Ram has socialized enough. It sounds like me. I go to a party, I talk to 3 people, it's kind of like, you know what, I'm socialized enough. I'm gonna go, where's the booze area over there? Okay, I'll see you guys, you know, tomorrow sometime. Where you going? I socialized enough. That's me. That's me in a nutshell. I want these berries picked up, by the way. Ram, what are you doing, dog? I love this guy already. Number 1, I've socialized enough. Now he is sneaked off from his bros into the bush, and he's over here just eating the berries by himself. Did one of you savages pick the raw meat and straight up eat it? That can't be good for your overall well-being. The meat is gone. I saw it levitating. Ash or Marky, it was one of you guys. Look, you ding-dongs, please cook the meat before you eat it, is all I'm gonna say. Speaking of which, maybe... Here we go, heat. And a nice little fire pit if it gets a little bit too cold. Right now I think it should be fine as we start off with, but you never know. Let's have this fireplace right here up front.
2 hours later.
Okay, so as I was, you know, doing a little bit of off-camera, just 4 times speeding along, meanwhile they built and gathered a couple of basics for us, we have apparently ran into one of the nobles of the Crumb Raiders. The guys that we apparently abandoned to make the drinking soldiers with Dictator Ram. Marcus has caught up to us. So, we finally caught up to you, Dictator Ram. I'm not sure how you already know about my new title, but you do. Did you think Princess Butch was going to let you leave the Crumb Raiders without consequences? I mean, what are you, like some sort of like, you know, SoCal gang or something? Blood in, blood out? We won't rest until you pay for your treachery. Prepare to die. The Crumb Raiders are raiding us, and oh, there he is right there, Marcus. Marcus. Nice little mustache, by the way, dog. Nice mustachio, I gotta give you that much. Alright, where are my boys? Feeling my boys. Ash is all the way over there collecting some food for us. Okay, so here's what we do. We're gonna go ahead and click on Mark. Mark, as a matter of fact. Double click everybody, and we're gonna enlist everybody. And once we have done that, we're going to move everybody over here. I want you guys to gather up first. Now the tables have turned. You came to the wrong hood, my friend. Let's go. Matter of fact, make sure that we're mailing this ass up right here. That's the one that we're going after, boys. Let's do the thing. Let's do the thing. Hey, Marky, you're not doing the thing. I need you to do the thing. Come on. You have numbers for a reason. I need you to encircle this coward. Oh, that's right. We're in still time speed anyway. Regular speed, please. Thank you. Uh-huh. Oh, Marcus, you came to the wrong hood, my friend. He's retreating. You ain't going anywhere. Now, Marcus has been knocked out. Does that remind you of something? Oh, yes, indeed. Because now that Marcus has been knocked out, we have a chance of capturing Marcus and maybe mind-breaking him enough to get him to join our cause. So, maybe a person to give us a replacement for Snuggy all the way at the start. Now, technically, we don't have an area set up for prison, so I'm not sure where it's going to work. I guess what we can do momentarily is to get him to start lightening up on us is make a bed as soon as possible. Luckily, this doesn't force you to, like, you know, in Rimworld where you have to set up, like, you know, this is a prison area, this is not, so it becomes like a bit of a hassle. Now, he can try to run away, obviously, because we don't have walls, you know what I'm saying? We don't even have walls, so he can't even try to run away. But for now, let's just put him away from our king, preferably. But I want my boys here to keep an eye on him, so, like, not too far away. We'll place that right there, and we'll make that a priority. He is tied up, or at least he should be, right? Yeah. I mean, he's basically holding up his hand, checking out the bloody mess that it is, and trying to figure out the wrong choices he made in life. But the bed is right there. Perfect. They'll put him in a random bed. I'm not sure if we could assign beds. Imagine we could. Yeah, we can. Owner, drinking, soldier. Let's see then. Hold up. I want this bed to be for Dictator Ram. I want this one. You know what? That's fine. Marcus could have this one on the premise they're going to be circling him, you know? So he's not going anywhere. Let's see, Dictator Ram, you are cleaning. Let's see about speaking to Marcus. Conversation with Marcus. Ask what's on their mind, advanced topics, offer serfdom. Now for serfdom, you know, you gotta have, like right now if you could check this out, it'll tell you like he's deferent. So he's not gonna accept it, obviously. His HP is very low as well. He's gonna heal up in 8 hours, just so there is that. What's on your mind, buddy? Cooked breachers taste superb. I like cooked breachers. There's always time for cooked breachers. You can see the mark is went up a little bit, right? So next up on the agenda right now is going to be getting these walls up and running. You know, I want to make sure... Oh, we got the Jane Wanderers are visiting as well. Who are the Jane Wanderers? Well, there's one of them right there, huh? Jane. Leader of the Jane Wanderers. Jane. Seem to be properly equipped as well, huh? Just in case we got the wrong idea. Well, how about a little bit of trading? Do you want to do some trading at least, Gene? Maybe that'll kind of smoothen how we're doing here. I got 10 coin. You have 11 coin. Let's see. You got raw pork. That might be good for us. You also apparently have a dough with you. That's intriguing. Let's get some raw pork off of you. All right, boys, it's finally happening. The house has been apparently finally encapsulated. We have walls around the area, which is good. Now, we unfortunately also need a roof. Obviously, you know, you can't have a house with no roof. It doesn't make any sense. Go to build, structure, roofs. Straw is going to have to do. You make that through here. Oh, it's going to require a lot more wood still, huh? Okay, so now that our roof is built, I have put the invisibility mode because obviously I want to see what's happening inside as well. We also have our workbench. Now, at the crafting table, we could add a couple of tasks, and I believe we shall. Let's start working on, we got gear, torches, wooden arrows. Probably make it a lot easier for us to hunt the boar, for instance, if we had some wooden arrows, huh? But let's start off over here with, opinions. Dictator Ram likes that. Ash likes the leggings. Apparently, Dictator Ram doesn't care about leggings. Just walk around, free-balling it the entire time. Let's go and make, one of those there for now. Let's see about getting some farm work done, because we do have some seeds, I would say, right? So, where do we want our little farming field? I guess up front isn't really too bad, right before we go into the fishing area. So we'll do a little bit of farming through maybe like a 4x4 area right there. And we're going to make this make it for meal beans first. And then we'll set up another one obviously as well. Farm. Right next to it. Another 4x4 is going to work. This one is going to be for some corn. And finally, we're going to have one more. This is going to be for some cotton. Got some food and things to make some supplies with. I think that works out splendid. 4x speed. Ash is over there working away. Ash is also leveled up. Let's get level up in there. What have you raised this time around, Ash? HP, ranged, building, logging, and hauling. Look at Marcus over there. He's eating corn. Marcus, when is it going to be time, buddy? I don't want to go and speak to you over and over. I got things to do. Look at this. Look at Dictator Ram over here just farming away. What a good king. What a good dictator this is, you know? There's been plenty of dictators out there, but none such as Ram who is willing to get his hands dirty as well. He's planting away, sowing the seeds. What an individual. Oh! Alright, boys. Marcus is fleeing. Go. Marky, don't just let Ash do the job. Okay, here we go. Don't let him flee. Catch him, Ash. You have an axe, he does not. Oh, this guy is toast. This guy is toast. Marcus, we've been so kind to you. I'm very disappointed that you would do this to me, Marcus. How do you even run away with a torch in your ass? Like, you know, this is essentially begging to be caught. Like, yeah, this is exactly where I'm at. We caught him? He's a prisoner again, yeah. He's been caught. Good job, Ash. You are free yet again. Marcus, you go back. Don't you dare think about swaying off to the left. You go back to our house, okay? Luckily, they're good prisoners in the sense that even though you try to escape, as long as you catch up to them, you tell them, you give them a stern warning to go back, they'll just go back. They don't decide to just run off. So that worked out pretty good for us. Marky, you are free to enlist as well. Thanks for the help, by the way. Marcus' escape was thwarted. Look at him. Now that right there is a thwarted escape that I've ever seen one. He's very disappointed by himself, just going back to where he should be. Jane, why are you sleeping in my field? I feel bad. You've actually been helping me quite a bit on occasion, too. Probably make a bed for random wanderers to show up. They actually do help on occasion, so sure. This has been Noble Fates. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. All the information is going to be down below. I'll catch you next time.